My day started perfectly normal and concluded perfectly normal, but in the middle there was a very serious medical issue. My name is Drew Bossi, and I luckily am a survivor of sepsis. When I was 13, had a really bad case of poison ivy. It was, neck down, terrible, and I was a big baseball player at the time. So what the doctors kind of concluded was probably picked it up from rolling around in the dirt, sliding around. I was a catcher too, so it was, all over the place. And then paired with me scratching myself, probably had some open wounds and something got in my bloodstream. My body was already kind of fighting the poison ivy, mixed it in with another infection like that, and that ultimately led to the sepsis. And that day really stands out to me, particularly with the exhaustion that really struck me out of nowhere and then just hit me like a truck. And it was something still to this day I've never felt that tired before, that quickly. Progressively got worse. Then I started getting cold sweats and severe chills and just couldn't get warm. It was mid-July and I'm bundled up under blankets with a heater going as well. So that was pretty alarming. And then as we were going to see my pediatrician and then ultimately go to the ER, started feeling really disoriented. And then the way the doctors were handling me and kind of moving quickly started to kind of scare me a little bit. But once the doctors kind of decided that this was sepsis and a case of it, they really jumped on it and knew exactly how to kind of handle it and treat me properly with antibiotics and all that. And then, luckily was caught in time and able to walk out of there a few hours later. Had I just decided to, sleep it off like any other illness, it could have, I might not have been sitting here today with you all. It comes down to hours. So time is very critical. And the earlier you can get seen and get treated for it, the better off you'll be. And they mentioned that you were hours away from a potential death or something very, very serious down the line. I feel like it's one of those things that isn't talked about enough, and people that aren't aware of the warning signs or anything like that could again lead to a really bad situation. So that's where building awareness is going to be really key. Just showing the symptoms, showing the severity of it, and again, not to sleep it off. But here's the good news with sepsis, is it's very, very treatable as long as you're proactive about taking those symptoms very seriously and seeking a medical professional.